Hi Damien and Damari, it's Nan. I am here wearing my witch's hat for the month of October. That's the month that we are in. And at the end of the month of October, we celebrate Halloween where we dress up in costumes and go trick-or-treating. I'm going to read you a story so Mommy can show you it before bedtime. And after the story, it will be time for you guys to go to bed with 1 cup of milk and sleep till morning. Love you guys so much. So the story that I'm going to read to you is called Messy. It's called Edward Gets Messy. And you can see it's about a little pig named Edward. This is Edward. Edward is a very particular pig. He detests dirt. Sorry, I guess I'll have to go like this. He detests dirt. He fears filth. He likes things to be just so. See, he's vacuuming and he's dusting because he likes things to be clean. He doesn't like to be dirty. Edward never gets messy. He's jumping over the puddles so he doesn't get wet and muddy. Each morning before school, Edward irons his perfectly clean clothes. He tidies his perfectly tidy room until there's not a speck of dust in sight. He vacuums his perfectly sparkling goldfish tank with a special underwater vacuum. Edward is very happy with being very clean, but it's hard work to stay that way. Edward never pets friendly dogs on the street. He never ever eats food that spills or splatters. And he never, ever, ever uses markers or glue sticks or paint. They are just too messy, and it sure isn't easy being a particular pig. On the way to school one morning, Edward's friends jump in a big pile of dirty leaves, but Edward doesn't get messy. He walks on the sidewalk. In Edward's science class, the baking soda volcano erupts into spraying flow. Boom! But Edward doesn't get messy. He sits at the back of the room. At lunchtime, everyone else at Edward's table eats spaghetti and meatballs, but Edward doesn't get messy. He eats a plate of steamed broccoli. On the muddy field outside, Edward's classmates play a game of baseball, but Edward doesn't get messy. He stays in the stands. Squish. Edward has stayed clean for most of the day. Now there's just one class left. The art teacher gives out paper and paint. Gloop. Once again, Edward doesn't get messy. He straightens up the supply shelf, but something goes wrong. Uh-oh. I don't know what wrong, but we will see. Plop. Oh dear. What's happening, guys? Splat. Oh dear, cries Edward to his surprise and his horror, and through no fault of his own. Uh-oh. Edward gets messy. Ooh. Edward is distraught. Edward is devastated. Edward doesn't know what to do, but wait. What is Edward doing, guys? What did he do? What's he doing there? The next day at school, Edward helps the science teacher with her experiment. Out on the muddy baseball field, Edward gets a hit and slides into second base. Well, what's going on with Edward? Huh? He slid in the mud. That made him messy. And on the way home from school, he jumps into the big pile of leaves. It's fun to jump into a great big pile of leaves. And it's fun to play baseball, and it's fun to do science experiments, and it's fun to do art. Edward is no longer afraid to pet friendly dogs on the street or eat food that spills and splatters. Look at, he's getting a big kiss from the dog. And he happily uses markers and glue sticks, and especially paint, because now Edward knows that it's okay even for particular pigs to get messy. After all, they can always clean up afterward. Look, Edward's having a nice bath after a day of having fun and getting messy. The end. All right, boys, I love you, and I can't wait to see you again. And I will read another story another time. So go to bed and have a good night's sleep. May God bless you and your guardian angels watch over you.